Hi everybody. It's Chris,
Oh, hi, I'm Kenny.
and this is the Chris
And Kenny.
Show.
Yes, it is.
And we actually just right now, like 30 seconds ago, decided that we're going to do a weekly show
That's true.
and put it on YouTube. God help us all. God help you too.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
And we were trying to figure out a topic that we were going to do. And I just came up with one.
Okay.
And we were talking about the accent tag on
Oh,
YouTube.
right.
And we were talking about different accents and if we think we have an accent. Mm-hmm. Now, the viewers might think that we have an accent, but me and him, I don't think I have an accent. Do you?
I don't think I do. I was born in Fairfax, Virginia, and that was in 1983. But then anyway, I moved to Ohio, and then in 1989, that's when I moved here to North Carolina, and I've been here ever since. And it's 2014. I'm 31 years old, or thereabouts. And anyway, I act like I'm younger than that sometimes. But anyway, that's beside the point. But yeah, anyway, I'm pretty much a North Carolinian, and I don't believe I do have an accent. Some people have said, "Where are you from? Canada?" Which, no, not really, but
you do have family from Canada.
I do have family from Canada. Yeah, my mom actually, her side of the family, they're all Canadian. So I might have a Canadian accent in there somewhere. I'm not sure where, but somewhere in that I might have an accent. I don't know. I don't see it. I don't hear it. I don't pick up on it. It's up to you, the viewer.
Now, your mom actually, whenever she talks, you can hear the Canadian side of her because there are times when she's talking and, some of the words that she says, the Canadian side of her comes out, like the who's and or going outside and stuff like that.
What do you want to talk about?
Exactly. What do you want to talk about, E? For me, I've lived here all my life. I'm born and raised in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Moved out to Tucson 3.5 years, and people out there said that I have an accent. And there were times where I would actually call my dad, who still lived here, and while I'm at work, talk to him for like 5-10 minutes, go back outside, go back out on the floor, and people would be like, "You just got done talking to somebody from North Carolina, didn't you?" I'm like, "Yeah, how'd you know? I just got done talking to my dad." They would be like, "Your accent's thicker."
Oh.
And the funny thing is that a lot of people that I talked to, whether it was from Arizona, I have a couple friends in Buffalo, New York, whenever I talk to them, the funny thing is that I dominate the conversation. It was like, is there anything that you want to talk about? And they're like, "No, you can keep talking because I like the way that I like your accent. Okay. I think your accent's pretty cute." One of my friends that I was talking to out in Tucson, when I would come back from visiting here, I'd talk to her, she'd come and spend the weekend or something like that with me, and I'd talk to her and she would just be like, "Your accent's a whole lot thicker right now than it's usually been, and it is really sexy." I was like, how, and I don't even know how it becomes thicker than what it was, because I'm out there in Tucson 6 months, I come home and visit for my birthday or visit for Christmas, and I come back, they say that my accent's thicker, and to me, there's absolutely no change whatsoever in my mind.
No difference.
No. And it's just weird that and the funny thing is that you hear people, anybody across the world or across the country, you ask them if they have an accent, and they're like, "No, you don't. I don't have an accent." But like I go up to New York, New Yorkers aren't going to think that they have an accent.
Right.
They're going to think that I have an accent, and vice versa. Which is the funny thing, because my friend in Buffalo, she has a little bit of a New York accent. You can tell she's a Yankee.
Oh, gotcha.
And she can tell, and you can tell I'm a Southerner. There's no point about that. There's no denying it.
Can't deny it. We're North Carolinians.
American by grace, Southern. No, American by birth, Southern by the grace of God. There we go. The South will rise again, boy. And the funny thing is also that we can actually make ourselves have our accent can be thicker. It's just the way that we talk. You can say something like I just said, "The South will rise again." I put a little bit of a speech impediment in there, and it made my accent thicker, if you heard. I was like, "The South will rise again, boys." See, it's more than what I had.
Right.
Yeah.
And
another thing is that we were talking about, we were looking at videos of the accent
on YouTube.
On YouTube, of course,
which is over there,
or on our phone, which is
right there.
Right there.
That's a phone, by the way.
Phone.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. That's a phone.
Okay, there we go.
Okay. And one of the things that
Just to clarify.
yeah, we were actually watching the accent challenge, and one of the things that we were talking about is what accents are attractive to us.
Oh.
Me, I'm a sucker for a girl with a, I want to say overseas, but it's like one national. Well, it's one island or one country or whatever. British, Scottish,
Yes.
Irish, anything like that.
Yes.
There were two girls from Ireland that came in, and we have where I work, we have a facility over in Ireland, and they actually came over and were helping one time, and like I said hi to them one time, and they were talking, and one of my coworkers, he said, he really isn't listening to what you're saying, he just loves your accent. You asshole. But I mean, in an essence, it was true. I did hear a little bit of what they were talking
Just
about,
a little.
but I was so mesmerized by how beautiful it's. I mean, it's Scottish, Irish, English. You know, from the UK, it's Glasgow, Edinburgh, London, whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, there are some times where you can't understand what the girl is saying because the accent is so thick, but it is just so beautiful to hear. It is ridiculous. It makes no sense. And I mean,
Doesn't make any sense.
there are probably girls out there that probably think a Southern accent is beautiful and sexy, and there are some people that think a Southern accent just means that they're gonna deduct about 15 to 20,000 IQ points.
Yeah. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
He's from the South. What the hell? Really? Seriously? We're going there?
Really?
Exactly. But that's me. And also a Puerto Rican accent. I think.
Oh, Puerto Rican.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
I mean, you've got that thick Puerto, and also a girl
yeah.
that speaks Spanish, and she's got a little, a Mexican girl when she starts speaking Spanish, and you can hear the Hispanic side of her come out. Oh, that is very, very sexy to me.
There's something to say about that.
Exactly. Now, what about you?
Oh, absolutely. I got to agree in the Puerto Rican accent. Any girl that has a Puerto Rican accent, she can be speaking for 20 minutes, and I haven't heard a word, but I'm just listening to her. I'm just like, ooh, yeah.
Exactly. As you're slowly undressing yourself while she's talking.
Well, just everyone needs a hobby, why not?
Exactly. Might as well.
But yeah, definitely Puerto Rican has got to be my favorite. I mean, just saying. I'm married, so I can always listen, but that's about as far as that's gonna go, I guess.
Now the one that unfortunately I don't like is, I don't really think it's an accent. It might be, but it's just a way of, it's just the way that things are said and the way that things are said. It's Canadian.
Okay.
From like Quebec.
Quebec, yes, yeah.
And also, I mean, just like I watched of course NHL and the Canadian Football League, and you've got the announcers, majority of them are from Canada, and they chip the puck out, and we've got somebody at the.
I'll be right back.
And I guess I'll keep going, but they've got the announcers, they're gonna chip the puck out, and they're out of bounds and all that, that we're going to the hoose. And also, a guy that I worked with out in Tucson, he lived up in Washington for a little while. He said that there was a Canadian couple that came in, and he worked in a furniture store, and said he asked the couple what they were looking for, and I'm not making this up, people, and he said that the woman looked straight at him and said, "We're looking for a cooch." What? I hope they mean couch.
Yeah.
We're looking for a cooch. A what? Looking for a cooch.
I'm not sure what a cooch is.
A what? Are you a couch? Is that what we're talking about? God, I hope so. But that's me. No, I've never been particular. It just for some reason it just irks me when I hear that. I almost have to turn the TV down, and listen to the announcers online for the hockey team or the Canadian team or whatever. There are a couple of American announcers that do Canadian football, but it just pains me to hear that. I have no idea why. But I mean, you know, I do want to go up to Toronto to go to the Hockey Hall of Fame and go see a Canadian football game. But I might actually have to wear earplugs or something because I have a feeling that the way that they talk is going to drive me crazy. And I know that more than likely the way that I talk is going to drive them crazy. I mean, that's how I feel. I mean, that's just my opinion.
So let us know what you think in the comments and the suggestions. Feel free to subscribe if you like. Join in the conversation,
and I know that we're probably going to get a lot of hateful comments about this. But you know, this is our opinion. You don't have to like our opinion.
No.
Your opinion is your opinion. Just comment. Don't be too hateful. Don't be too closed-minded. Don't say F y'all. Y'all don't know what the F you're talking about. Y'all are just a bunch of down Southern country hicks.
I'm not sure what that was, but
anyway. Y'all probably don't have a good education. But I graduated from a college. Went to UNC Greensboro. Got 2 degrees. Thank you very much. So please, like Kenny said, comments, subscribe. Also, let us know what you think. Make a video, respond to this video, and so that way we can.
Let's get the ball rolling.
Yeah, let's get the ball rolling. That way we can respond to your video, and other people can respond to your video, which makes other people respond to our video. Now let's just get this going, so that way we can start a weekly show like we just said that we were going to do.
Let's do this.
So thank you, and hope to see y'all next week.